This is a KTTC News Center special report.
Good afternoon, I'm Jess Abrahamson. Today, broadcasting history is being made. KTTC is making the switch from analog to digital-only broadcasting. Live from our Grand Meadow Tower is News Center's Joshua Stevens. He has more on this start of a whole new era in TV broadcasting. It's a big day, Josh.
It sure is. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, in just a matter of a few minutes, KTTC is pulling the plug on our analog transmitter. For the past several months, we've worked to explain the factors involved with the transition to DTV. If you, of course, use a TV antenna. But before we begin broadcasting a digital-only signal, we want to look back at how to be ready for this change.
Everything will be broadcast digitally, even game shows.
Timmy, antenna TVs must be upgraded to digital or they'll stop working.
What can we do? Just upgrade with a converter box or a new TV set.
Future generations will be reading about the end of analog broadcasting and the switch to digital-only television in their textbooks. But for us, it's time to prepare for this historic transition.
One thing I'm nervous about is making sure everybody gets our signal. We will be ready. KTTC will be ready. But will the viewing audience be ready?
The product itself is so much more superior from what they have had on analog. In fact, it's the greatest thing to happen to TV since TV was able to be broadcast in color.
But this is much more than saying goodbye to black and white, because people have to understand how to convert to DTV. Anyone who uses an antenna to watch free over-the-air television is at risk of losing their TV signal, or this will become a familiar sight and sound. Every TV that doesn't have a digital tuner or isn't hooked up to either cable or satellite service needs a converter box. Besides a few features, all these converter boxes operate the same way, converting that new digital signal so we can continue using our analog TVs.
You're virtually just connecting 2 or 3 cables and doing the scanning of the converter box, and you're ready to go. It's really simple.
And scanning for all the digital channels that your antenna can pick up is a process you will need to do again after KTTC makes the official switch to digital-only TV.
But to get the digital signal, better picture and sound, and the best high def, plus new free channels and services, you also need the right antenna.
This is a KTTC News Center update.
With an analog signal, the picture isn't always perfect, and a snowy picture doesn't necessarily stop us from watching our favorite shows. But that's not the case with digital TV.
There's no forgiveness in this HD. You're either going to have a perfect picture or you're not going to have anything.
If you're right on the edge of the new digital cliff, your TV or converter box may only pick up and process parts of the digital signal, and a no signal message may appear on the screen.
The solution may be upgrading or repositioning your antenna. If you live more than 20 miles away from our transmitter site down by Ostrander, you may also want to consider installing a preamplifier.
Preparing for the transition to DTV can seem overwhelming, but the benefits may be the ultimate reward.
People thought you could only get a picture like that, but with cable or with satellite, and that just isn't true. You can get every bit as good a quality, in fact, even better, with an over-the-air signal.
Again, here's our schedule. Both our analog and digital transmitters will be powered down in just a minute or so. Because of technical changes that need to be made to our digital signal, that too will be unavailable until about 3:30 this afternoon. It could be earlier for when that resumes. All KTTC viewers except for Charter Communications customers will be affected while our engineers make these changes. If you have questions later on this afternoon, call 888-CALL-FCC, or you can call the station at 800-2888-1656. You can also go over to kttc.com/DTV. We will have a local call center available at the station this afternoon. KTTC Director of Engineering, Tim Morgan, is with me now. We are live at the Grand Meadow transmitter site where our temporary digital Channel 36 transmitter is located, and that too is involved in these changes today.
Yes, we're making some big changes today. We'll be shutting off our digital and our analog at this site, and then move some equipment over to the Ostrander site where our analog Channel 10 is at, where we're shutting that off with a brand new digital Channel 10 transmitter ready to be fired up and ready to go.
and it's extremely important that everybody rescans their TVs and converter boxes after we make the official switch.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Rescan to pick up our signals, and make sure that you have a VHF and UHF antenna, because we're going back to channel 10, which is in the VHF band. So make sure you have a UHF and VHF and rescan.
Again, we have crews standing by, ready to turn off our analog transmitter. Tim and I are here behind us. This is our temporary digital channel 36 transmitter. We're ready to turn it off here in just a matter of seconds. Do you have any final comments before we make the change?
I tell you what, KTTC has done a lot of milestones. Being the tallest tower in the nation, being with stereo, being it with digital television back in 2000. This is another milestone that KTTC has done. Sure, we might have had some bumps and bruises through the way, but I tell you what, we're always a leader, and we're excited to get this completed.
It's a great team to be a part of, it sure is. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I just got one thing I wanted to say. Today is February 17th, and I want to say happy birthday to my mom. I got to get that in, okay? But I'm ready to go.
All right, that's very sweet. Happy birthday, Mom. All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. It's T-minus 10 seconds to the end of our analog transmitter here at KTTC. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're watching 22 News at 11.
Two big events on deck. We got the digital switch in moments, and we have some snow on the way.
Yeah, we do. It's not going to be a big deal, but enough potentially to slow us down, especially tomorrow evening. Light snow starts 2 to 5 tomorrow afternoon. Snow to some sleet during the evening hours, and then that sleet transitions over to rain late night Wednesday night, and Thursday morning should be slushy and wet. The rest of the week looks like this on our 22 News Storm Team 7-day forecast. So snow to sleet to rain tomorrow afternoon and night. Some scattered rain and snow showers here on Thursday. The possibility for a flurry or a light snow shower, windy here on Friday. And also, we're tracking the potential for some accumulating snow here Saturday night into Sunday morning. That also does not look like a big storm, but there is the potential for an accumulation of snow here over the weekend.
It's still February.
You got it.
All right. It is almost time for the transition. 22 News reporter Julie Tremmel takes you behind the scenes tonight to our broadcast center as we count down the minutes to the digital switch.
Well, Barry, the official clock here says that we only have 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go before the official digital switchover here at 22 News, and activity certainly is picking up at the hub right near where the actual switch will be thrown to take us into the digital age. Right now, the only people who really need to be concerned with making an immediate change to their equipment in order to continue getting 22 News are those of you still watching analog sets with an antenna or rabbit ears. If that's the case, you'll need to buy a digital converter box to bring you up to date. Other than that, those of you with analog or digital TV sets who also have cable or satellite service, well, you're all set. So why is the federal government mandating this switchover? Well, in addition to great picture and better sound quality, local TV stations can now multicast or air more than one program. Don't forget, you can come to the station throughout the week until March 1st to get help if you can't set up your converter box, and log on to our website at WWLP.com to find out how to get a $40 coupon for that box. Live only 1.5 minutes away from the switch, Julie Tremmel, 22 News.
It's almost like Y2K, isn't it?
It really is.
It's that sort of anticipation feeling.
I'm thoroughly entertained.
Thank you for joining us tonight on 22 News at 11. Remember, of course, you can log on to WWLP.com for your news, weather, and sports, and the latest on the digital switch anytime, 24/7. Have a great night.
More people in Western Massachusetts get their local news from 22 News than any other source.
WWLP-22 News now concludes regular programming on our analog channel in order to complete our permanent transition to digital. For the next 60 days, information on the digital transition, as well as news and emergency information, will be available on this channel.
WWLP-TV News ahora concluye la programación regular en nuestro canal analógico con el fin de completar nuestra transición permanente a la digital. Para los próximos 60 días, información sobre la transición digital, así como noticias e información de emergencia estarán disponibles en este canal.